Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. This is a world that I've been playing with in the snapshots, and I figured before the official release and me trying to do a little mini-series, I would show just a little bit of what I do when I'm playing in survival. This is actually a house fairly inspired by my little tutorial video thing that I showed before, the thing that was based off of the tutorial. Where I did a little walkthrough. This is supposed to be like a little loft and storage area that I started in here. This house never actually got finished. As you can see, there's kind of a lack of detail, not a lot of furniture in here, and this room hasn't been done at all. Just trying some different things. I thought using the paneling behind the trapdoors gave it an interesting look there. Did the same thing in here. Was going to use emerald floors for this room just because, but I hadn't gotten enough emerald yet. Go downstairs, just a little storage nook, little walking hallway, kitchen, which I actually threw most of my stuff actually into storage here. And I'll explain that in a minute because I hadn't actually finished this. I wasn't really trying to use this for storage. This is an emergency bed right inside the door. And double doors so the zombies won't actually try to knock it down. But then, yeah, this was the house that you were just looking at from the outside. And then I had a little bamboo that I literally used chunk base, figured out where the nearest jungle biome was. It was like 10,000 blocks away. And yeah, I just used a portal to get there in the Nether. I'll show that area in a second. But this is the house that I built in this one. I collected these guys to try to make some farms with these guys. Never actually got around to doing it. Got a little balcony area. I didn't actually show this when we were up there, but I just had moved all this over here. All of my stuff was originally right here. This is where I've actually had my base of operations for most of my time playing here. It was a bunch of chests, and everything got blown up by creepers. Specifically creepers. I actually lost almost everything, including all of my diamonds, which was really horrible. Had two sneak up on me in the middle of the day and blow up one right after the other. So, but this, I actually had a little secret entrance here. This is basically supposed to be like one of those things you see on the sides of older houses to get down into the basement. And I moved my little enchanting station down here, similar to in the tutorial house, and close that back up. I'm not very good at redstone. That took me like 3 hours to figure out. So, and I just had moved the crafting table, which apparently actually got destroyed by the creepers during that whole process. I got my mining area down here, and I've got it set up so I can just fall all the way down and be right at, this is Y10. I don't know why I use Y10 and not Y11 like everybody else, but that is where I will do most of my mining, and I'll do little poke holes out the side every 3 blocks. So this is going to take a second. I didn't ever get to getting an elytra in this run, so it's one of the bad things is because of the nature of the Nether, I could not find a Nether fortress anywhere I went. And just I didn't even know what to do, so I couldn't get blazes, thus I couldn't get to, I gotta sleep. I've had too many bad luck incidents with creepers. Even though most of this area is lit up, they'll come from areas that aren't. So I got a little bit of farming here. This is what's left of the storage. A bunch of these got emptied, but I have these sweet berries, which I had the intention of using for trading with villagers, but hadn't gotten there. You can probably hear them now. This rail, I'll explain that in a minute, but it's all leading to this villager trading hall where I have this guy for trading zombie flesh, this guy where I was trying to get to the point where I could trade for sweet berries. I would trade the potatoes and carrots that I got with him. Never actually set up a pumpkin or melon farm. This was my mending villager, not the cheapest price, but it works. Never actually got his top trade, and then this guy would be where I got most of my money, plus Silk Touch, which was also useful. And he is one of the only ones I ever actually mastered out, him and the farmer villager. And I would just store anything extra I had to trade there, And I kept a couple of books in case I needed them, with another crafting table over here. So I've got a small little section of farms here. This first one, this door is actually just to have an AFK area that was safe. So I could wait here. If you can't tell, this is a chicken farm. Too much noise. Chickens over here were the hatching ones, and then down here it's set up with a block on a half slab so that when the chickens grow up, they'll just die automatically. I didn't want them cooked because I wanted to be able to trade with the villager the uncooked chicken, and you can see that bunch of chicken and feathers. Never got a ton from this. It was one of the last things that I did other than the house. Then I've got this sugarcane farm, which is where almost all my emeralds came from. It works great. This was by Tango Tech, and I copied his tutorial, although I had to modify it for my purposes because I don't have access to ice either in this world, or at least I didn't at the time. I do now. I didn't have a Silk Touch pick when I built this, so I couldn't really do that, which that's an ice farm, if you can't tell why I'm pointing at it. I'll go up there in a minute. Yep, that's the farm going off, and I have it so that all the stuff goes to the center. It's not 100% lossless like his because of the nature of it not being built exactly right, but it works pretty good. So this little area, I never ended up using this, but this is actually a villager breeder right above this, and I have this open. I push a cart in here. I can grab one of the villagers from in here and push them out, and I'll push them over to where I had the little trading hall thing going. There's where the villagers breed from, and there's a farmer up there with carrots, and any extra carrots fall through down to here, so I'll have some extra carrots. Now, I know this is a survival world, but I think... Oh, and then this guy was being saved to make an iron farm. I had already worn out his arrows, and he'll scare the villagers for the iron farm. I actually find these guys easier to deal with than zombies. Say what you will on that if you disagree with me. It makes sense for you to disagree with me, but... So, if we come over this way, that is really hard to get to, but if you come over here, I have a little zombie farm at the top of the stairs. If you're curious how in the world a zombie farm from here works, well, you go about 10 blocks that way, there's a zombie spawner. And I turned that into this farm, and if we give this a couple minutes, because of the nature of this only being a single zombie spawner, it does take a little while for this to work, so... But you can see that they're falling down now. Everything stores in here. I put a bunch of zombie flesh out and spread out so that I had those easy to store. And I just go like this and get the experience. I had this to throw away any leather armor that I got. I would actually take the metal armor and smelt it back down at my base. And I'd disenchant anything here as well, so that I wasn't wasting anything. Then if I can do this, I'm going to use a shovel so that I can actually go up. And yeah, I do have pretty much fully enchanted gear and everything at this point. It's not perfect necessarily, but you can tell that I'm getting through here pretty quickly, but this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. But I'm just trying to get up and show you the ice farm that I had built. So you can kind of hear the zombies. The zombie spawner was actually found while building this ice farm up here. But yeah, so this is just a little miniature ice farm. I can silk touch all of this. And then when I get to the middle, the ice will spread back out and fill in the rest of this. So, oh, shoot. That wasn't ideal. To be fair, probably not the smartest idea to have made any part of this out of stone. So... But I figured I would avoid doing that. I knew that that was a problem when I built it. But yeah, so that should fill back up, and now all the water will reform, and I can take the ice. And then to get down from here quicker... Oh, and just to show where the zombie spawner actually is. So if you see where that staircase is, that leads right to where the zombie spawner is. But to get back down a little bit quicker and not have to spend all that time, there's actually a river over here, and I'll just jump into that. Or not! Okay. So respawn, grab all my stuff. Quick. Be back in a moment. All right, so I got all my stuff back. Just re-equip it here quickly. Sword and shield and pick and shovel and axe and second pick and bow. That's just sort of how I arrange things. But yeah. Oh, and turn that off. I used the show hit boxes, so I didn't made sure I didn't miss anything when I was picking it up. So this is the area I had sort of developed, though, at least as far as an actual home base. I got all the villagers from a village that's that direction. And I'm just going to show you a little bit else. So I did set up my nether so that I didn't have to really deal with all of the BS. And I am on the nether roof. Tunneled in from over here. And I've destroyed one piece of bedrock so that I can get back down when I need to. I was never able to find another fortress down there, though, and almost everything was a warped forest. Then these torch lights lead to different areas. The only one that's not actually lit up at all is there is a little zombie piglin farm that I copied by Rayworks over here, and that one I know you'll see it soon enough. There it is. And you just go up this tall pillar that I had set upstairs since I don't have an elytra, and it'll work and kill some pigs. Don't feel like I need to go through details with that. I'll try to leave links to any of the tutorials that I mentioned in the description. Oh, and the villager breeder is based off of the one by Impulse SV. So these all lead to different areas. If I recall, this one leads to... Well, one of them leads to the jungle. One of them leads to a Badlands biome area. So those were the main ones. And then one leads to spawn, where I didn't really set anything up, to be fair. So I think that kind of shows everything that I actually kind of did in this world. This part actually went a lot faster than I thought it would. I can show you where the nether is in here. And yes, this, just to verify, is the snapshots. This is technically the release candidate snapshot at this point. Though I started this world, I believe, on the June 9th. So it's only been 13 days, I think, since I started this world. And you can see how much has been done. I do manage to get quite a bit done in a short period of time. And I have a tendency to get bored really fast. So we'll see what happens with the Let's Play world. But this is my end. Or not end, nether. I never saw the end in this one because I, as I said, couldn't find a fortress to find blaze rods at. So, alright, I think that actually covers everything. That went a little bit faster than I expected. But to be fair, I hadn't really built up a lot, and I'm not showing you like processes of building anything here. So, just for the sake of argument, show you around a little bit more. We're going to switch the game mode, and we'll do some spectator, just so you can get a little bit more of a look of everything here. So, and I have traveled a lot of this. I have a lot of stored products from here. Like, I had a lot of things from here. I went about 600 blocks in this direction, I believe it was, actually, and never found another fortress. But they can be pretty hidden sometimes. Didn't get this far. So, as you can tell, because suddenly I'm in another biome that I haven't explored and just got an achievement for it. So, but yeah, all that, and I did not find a nether fortress at any point. So, we'll go through the nether ceiling. Oh, here's the Hoglin farm that I have set up. And if we go this way, it should take me back to the portals. And just for the sake of showing you, we'll follow through and just go to these portals here. So the one this direction, It's taking a bit longer than I expected. Here we go. Oh, can you not go through these in Spectator? Fine. Creative it is. Just so that I can travel a little bit faster. So this was the jungle biome. And I literally just came over here, got some bamboo, and cut down like one jungle tree so that I could have the wood from it, which I never actually used. Then if we go back, so if we go this direction, which is where I've probably got the most parsed out torches, this one's a little bit shorter. You can see that there was a dead sheep here. This was the end, which I used chunk base to actually find since I couldn't get ender pearls. But as you can see, there are no ender pearls in this portal. So I had to find blaze rods before I could do anything here, and I never got even close. So kind of forgot that I actually did find an end portal at least. Now we'll go this way now. This one's not as far to get back to the main portal, but we got to go quite a ways this way, I think, before we find anything. Although there may be a portal halfway down. Yes, there is a portal halfway down. I forget what this one was. I think this is the spawn. Yeah, this is close to my spawn location. This is still like 100 blocks off, but I can get here pretty quick. And because while I was working, I ended up getting beds destroyed and stuff and not having a place to return, I finally was like, okay, I'm fixing that, because I almost lost a lot of stuff because of that. Then if we go way down this way, it will eventually show you the Badlands portal, and that's what this one leads to, where I just basically mined out a bunch of red sand to actually build my house. I actually ran out of torches while coming down here too. So this is a Badlands biome, and yeah, I just happen to be right up on top. And you can see that there's a lot of areas where the red sand's already dug out. So go back to the house quick, and then I'll just do a little clip. This is one more little view of our house, and I figured I would show a sky view. Yes, I actually do have roof access. I didn't actually show that. Why don't I come down here quick, and you got another chimney similar to the one that I made in the previous world. There's little stairs that comes down. And then this little balcony area where I hadn't really set up anything yet. We'll go back up through the roof. And yeah, this is just like a little aerial view of everything. I can show I did find one sand temple as well as a village. Eventually I was probably going to make a flower farm here if I kept going, because this is a flower fields biome. We've got the village right here where I got all my villagers from. And then I actually tore down a lot of the temple because I needed sandstone for part of the build for the house, and sand. But this is a sand temple that's primarily covered in sand. So, but that covers probably about everything that I really did in this world. It wasn't super complicated or anything, but I also only played it for a little over a week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not good at mental math at short notice. But anyways, this will probably be the last time I actually use this world, because I'm going to start a new one when the update rolls out tomorrow as of recording this, and hopefully as of uploading this, although maybe not. Depends on how much time that I have. Also, I already showed you the inside of that. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Lots of noise. But I do want to thank you for watching. And I've actually made my avatar kind of look like myself now, so if you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you have any comments or ideas, please leave them in the comments below. And I hope that I will have some of you that watch this following my little escapades as I try to do an actual Let's Play world. I'll let you know I have a habit of dying, so you'll get the chance to see that a lot. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. I am still eating, apparently. Oh, right, I'm in creative. This won't end. Okay, enough of that. Bye.